guys, welcome to another episode of F1 2021 here on the ChesnoidPlays channel. Even though FIFA 22 is out and there is content going up every day on the main channel, we're still continuing to stream F1 2021 over on Twitch because you guys are still enjoying this series. So please do continue to show your support for it and it will continue to come to you. We're in Monaco today. Yikes. And as you can see, we haven't got any sort of weather email. So mixed conditions in the race, and I don't know how much rain there may well be. Rain in P2, but dry in quali it says. So I'm just quite simply just going to go to the session and pray that the weather's okay. This could go any which way in Monaco. I'm going to make sure my setup is up to date with the sim racing setups option, and then the sim rating setups option, sim rating setups setup, the guy from YouTube. But hopefully we can have a decent weekend. We are obviously significantly improved as a car, so this might be the first time we stand a chance in Monaco scoring some points. Not a strong track for me, though. We'll wait and see. I'm hoping for the best, but prepared for the worst. Drop the video a like as ever. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on more. Baku next, and I can't wait for that one. Link in the description to the Twitch if you want to watch these live. Right, I'm going to dive straight in and divert my attention to the Twitch chat. I will see you post-practice. I'm done with practice. Let's just get this over with, shall we?
And with all the cars now over
George
the line,
does a...
let's see
How on earth is he pulling out a 106? I can't even get out the 109s.
We're in for an exceptional...
Holy moly. Jeez Louise. We don't need any resource points now, thankfully, because we're already updated everywhere, basically, but fucking hell. I got an excellent exit of the last turn, and we're going to put in a 109 flat, which moves me to 13th, which is where we thought we could get to. 13th. 13th. So enough to get us through to the next session, at least. 13th. To be fair, we weren't that far off Gasly in the end. We weren't that far off Gasly at all. Q3's not any chance of happening, but getting out of Q3 into Q2 was decent enough. There you go, the Glasses of Destiny worked to get us out of that session, damn it. Let's see if we can get through the next one. We're going to go significantly quicker on this lap. A 108.6 puts me 11th. Which actually, 11th would be actually really good for the Grand Prix, considering the scenario with the rain and tyres. If we can stay in 11th, which I doubt, but although the session did just end, we might have been able to get into 11th and stay there. No. Everybody else went significantly quicker in the final few seconds, and we're still 15th. Well, I thought we'd pulled something out of the bag there, and then out of nowhere, everybody else went half a second quicker in the final 4 seconds of the session. Cheers then. Both fucking Williamses are quicker than me. I love Monaco. Mediums to inters for the race it is then. Mediums to inters, we hope. That's what we're aiming for. Beating Bottas though, at least in the rivalry, which is fantastic. But yeah, mediums to inters is going to be the play because the rain is probably going to come about the hour mark and the mediums will last that long. Look, the rain is just going to get heavier and heavier throughout the race. So we'll go mediums and then it'll be inters. It may even be wets at the end. That weather is going to be intriguing. I don't know how this could be either amazing for us or we could finish last. I don't imagine anyone's taken any grid penalties at this early stage of the season. George on pole, though. Go on, Georgie boy. He bottled the win in the last Grand Prix. Absolutely bottled it in Spain. Schwartzman actually pulled it out the bag. Look at Robert actually putting in a performance in a Mercedes for once. And Callum Island. So we're expecting to start 15th. Ocon, Zoe, Gasly, we're 14th because someone's taken a grid penalty. I think it might have been Stroll, actually. Stroll's taken a grid penalty. Yeah, Stroll in 16th is the one that's taken the
now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Right, I'm going to go with that strategy. because it's gonna be mediums to inters, isn't it? And we're gonna underfuel the car. Mediums to inters is the plan, not mediums to hards. That's the one we'll go with, though. Actually, what's everyone else doing? Those around us, the top 11 are starting on softs. Guan Yu Zhou is actually starting on hards. Then the majority of everybody behind us is doing the same strategy as us, although both Aston Martins are starting on softs. So basically, the front load are starting on softs because that's what they qualified on. The rest of us are starting on mediums because it's probably going to be a better race tyre and take us all the way to the rain. Tyres are warm. Tyres are at a decent temperature. Now we hope and pray that we have a strategy that will do us well today. Points is the aim, but backwards might be what happens. I'm going to have to take these off to concentrate around Monaco. I'm sorry, boys. Points is the aim, but Christ knows what's going to happen. It depends when the rain comes. If the rain hits about halfway through the race, track position against those that have had to pit early might work well in our favour. Not a bad start. Gasly got a good start. Oh, I've had to slow down because I got stuck on the back of Guan Yu Zhou. And both the Aston Martins have just romped around us, but we've managed to take Lance Stroll back again. Valtteri Bottas showing that World Championship winning material. Got himself up into 13th. Took the Williams as well. Had to back out of the throttle and actually get on the brake a moment ago. We'll try and take Guan Yu Zhou back again here if we can. Stick up the inside of the Williams. Excuse me. That might not work, but then again it might. It has. We're past Valtteri Bottas and we're up to P13. So we've moved forward a position. You can overtake at Monaco. Now I'm probably not going to be able to keep up with everybody else in front though. That's the only problem. It's the strategy that's going to have to work for us here today, if we're to make moves forward at all. But to do that, we're going to have to stay within a pit stop of those in front. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Everybody other than Gasly in front of us is now on soft tyres. So they will probably disappear. George has held the lead. Unlike in Spain, George has held the lead on the first lap. So George Russell in prime position for a victory in Monaco for the team. Should do our constructors' hopes a world of good. I'll try and get myself some points, but can't guarantee anything, lads. Not a terrible start so far, though. A little bit wild at times, but not a terrible start. Gasly's out of DRS range of Callum Ilott, and I'm currently out of DRS range of Gasly, but because Guan Yu Zhou is on those hards in 15th, he's holding on everyone behind him, and he's falling well behind us. So I don't think we'd be finishing any further down than where we started today. It's a case of, can I stick with Pierre Gasly in this first stint? Right, we're within DRS range of Pierre, which is great news, and he's not within DRS range of the car in front of him. So they'll disappear now and DRS train away from us, you'd imagine. You imagine those that started on the softs, you imagine their tyres will probably need replacing about lap 25? Callum Ilott's not necessarily scampering away, is he? But there's definitely a giant gap from us to the points now, and certainly us to 9th. It's the two Alpines in 10th and 11th, and the gap to the McLarens is sizable. Ilott's actually falling back into us now. George still holding the lead with Lewis right behind him. Robert Schwartzman holding up everybody else behind him. The car is not turning well around the top of the hill there. Nor is it stopping well at the minute. Okay. Time to reevaluate driving style. I'm going to go for it. Oh, he's gone defensive. Well played, Pierre. Well played. I was going to go for him up the inside there at the bottom of the hill. And he's done really well. to read that and cover it off. Excellent defensive work from Pierre Gasly. That was our go-to overtaking spot last year at Monaco, wasn't it? At the end of the first sector. Headed down towards the hairpin. Either into the hairpin or that turn at the bottom of the hill pre-hairpin. Probably our best bets for an overtake in this Grand Prix, as they were last year. Thanks for the follow, Boat. Welcome to the channel. Lewis Hamilton out of the Grand Prix. That might be George guaranteed a win. What's happened to Lewis? Engine blown on the Mercedes. George Russell is clean away. Now, barring any failures or crashes for George, anything untoward, that means that George Russell pretty much has this Monaco win in the bag. Because no one is even remotely close to him now. And that does mean that Callum Ilott in front of us now means points.
Caution, caution.
There he is. Whoa.
Expect to see some
There you go.
rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
10 to 15 minutes for the rain, which is going to come, I think, maybe perhaps even before the soft runners pit. That's an early rain call. I might have a run on Pierre here. He's just going to get away from me, is he? I might go for it. I'll be inside of turn one. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I thought about it, though. If Callum Ilott wasn't there, I might have made a lunge. I made a lunge there, though, and that is going to work out for us. We're past Pierre Gasly. I do like trying to get a run down the hill there like that. Right, now we're right behind Callum Ilott, who is struggling on his now quite worn soft tyres. Can we get a run on Ilott with battery and DRS? We're going to force him defensive. And we're going to get around the outside of him at Sandoval. That is P10 and a points paying position. Now, hopefully, this is where our medium tyres start to pay off. Just Max in the pits this lap. Now we'll find out whether the gap is big or small enough. Max is going to come out just in front of us, I think. Oh no, we should have the pace to get around him. This is going to be close. Up the hill. Are we going to get Max Verstappen side by side up the hill at Monaco? We've got the inside line. I've driven into him because I can't drive with a controller at Monaco. And it's super fucking difficult. That time he just backed out of it. I did have the run.
Good job. Nice overtake.
That's P9. Verstappen has gone to mediums. He may have had front wing damage. We'll check and see if he stopped for wing damage or if he stopped just as a genuine stop for tyre. Rain again. Messaged again there. Rain in. No, just a straight swap for Max. Rain in 10 to 15 minutes again. So now I need to hold Max off. Have a look bottom left, see if anyone else pits. The other Red Bull is in the pits. Sergio Perez is also pitting. As is Lando Norris. Can we take another spot or two? It's going to be tight. Yes, we can. Past Checo, past Lando, up to P7. The strategy is working. The strategy is working, provided I can now keep them behind me. Now it's all about track position, not necessarily getting the gap down to Ricciardo. I've just got to make sure that I hold these lot behind. You imagine Daniel will pit this lap. Then it's a case of can we catch the Ferrari. I assure you, tomorrow at Baku, I'll be much, much, much quicker. Ocon's in the pits. So slow. I'm just going to have to defend for my life now. I'm going to have to do a Daniel Ricciardo in 2018 or 19, whenever it was, and just position the car as best I can.
Gap to teammate ahead is 17.8 seconds.
There you go, George's pit. Oh, George's pit, and he's stuck behind Schwartzman. Robert Schwartzman now leads the Monaco Grand Prix. Oh, Robert may not have pit yet. I don't know. I think he has that. He must have pit, surely. No, Robert hasn't pit yet. You're right, Robert hasn't pit yet. He's still going in third. Sorry, in first, having started third. So George is still in the net lead of the Grand Prix. I think it's safe to say after this race, I don't think Max Verstappen and I will ever be friends. He will hate me for all of eternity for what we're doing to him here. Now, if it could fucking rain, that'd be lovely, Jeff.
This light rain is going to be with us for a
This
while.
light rain?
Seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
It's not raining, Jeff. Max pit, max pit, max pit. Yeah, it is now raining. It is now raining.
Still on the right tyres for the time being.
Stopping this lap
Gap to
for a
car
set
in
of
front
inters.
is 49.8 seconds.
It's just too wet. Can't do it. I can't do it anymore. Give me some intermediate tyres, please. We'll see what that other stop was. Yes, Zhu and Latifi, both Williams, onto the inters now. So, but nobody else behind us is pit. None of that other group behind us have pit. They've stayed out an extra lap, presumably to try and overcut me. Now I need a good outlet. Hello, George. How are you, mate? Let's get lapped by my teammate.
Blue flag.
Please, for the love of God, can I have some grip? Car still doesn't stop. So Daniel's got the jump on us. We're down to P5. Ah!
Okay, keep on him. He might make a mistake.
Mr. Band's through. Down to P6. No, Carl. Oh, letting Carlos through has cost me the place to Gasly.
Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
Down to P7. The front wing damage has just slowed us down so much. I'd like to think I probably could have kept Gasly and Ocon behind had I not had the front wing damage. Ocon's in the pits. Is he changing to another set of inters? I mean, it will gain us another place. We're back up to P6 because Ocon's in the pits, but I don't know why he's in the pits. Thank you, Esteban. Appreciate that, mate. The team don't want us to make another stop between now and the end of the race. He must have had damage. I saw Sergio Perez going really slowly a moment ago. Oh, fuck. Is Perez out, or is he just going slowly?
There's been an incident on track, but officials are...
Yeah, he's out. Oh, his engine's gone. Checo's engine's gone. That's why he's out. Sergio Perez. The AI don't feel a lack of grip. Evidently not. Thank you for the subscription, Albert. I appreciate it, my man. Thank you very much indeed. No, nobody's on full wet. It's not even close to full wet weather.
Try to stay with him. He might make a mistake.
Bump from behind from
position.
Robert. Oh, fuck. P7. I was 1.5 seconds slower than George-ish. No, not George. I was 1.5 seconds a lap-ish slower than the McLarens. But I was still over a second faster than the Hasses. In the dry. Now in the wet, I'm slower. I'm much slower than the Hasses. Like, they're getting caught behind me. They literally just drive straight through. It's P8. So as we start the final lap, I'd like to say thank you to those of you that have enjoyed this YouTube video of Safety Car Simulator. And I'd like to apologise to... Oh, God. I'd like to apologise to everybody on stream for having to sit through what is quite evidently and without any shadow of doubt the most painful Grand Prix that I've ever done. That's like literally just quite easily the most painful Grand Prix I've ever done. George wins the race though, so at least there's a positive for the team, but honestly, this has been the worst 3 hours of my gaming life. The first stint was great in the dry. We were quick, we were competitive, it was going really well. Then we picked up a little bit of wing damage without realising. Oh, fucking hell. We realised that time. We picked up a little bit of wing damage without realising, and it's just sent our whole race backwards since. We've gone from being 1.5 seconds off the pace of the front runners to about 7 or 8 seconds off the pace of the front runners, and have literally just crawled round about 60 laps.
There's been an incident on track
of this Monaco track.
To push for a safety car right
To be
now.
fair, it's probably more like 45, but still.
Blue flag.
It's been the most painful experience of my entire YouTubing, Twitch streaming, gaming career.
Blue flag conditions.
But thank you guys for being here with me for it. As we cross the line and finally finish that shite.
All right, race over.
Honestly, tomorrow at Baku, I'm going to challenge for a podium. Because I love Baku, and we're normally quite quick at Baku, and in the dry, it's going to be ridiculous. But please, oh God, I swear, if it rains at Baku, I'm actually done. George on the top step for the team. He gets his first win of his career. We got ours in Mexico last year, but
let's take a look at the driver's
a
standings.
P8.
Our championship leader is still
Like
sat
my
at the top
look,
of the standings,
my
but
fastest
their
lap
rivals have made up some solid ground
is
today. Some
quicker
amazing
than almost
talent
everybody
out on the
behind
track
me.
today.
That-
But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver?
I was just painful.
Exciting race from our perspective.
Was it
Let's have yours.
an exciting race? Was it, Claire?
You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you?
Sure.
Your teammate took the #1 spot.
Oh, I'm delighted for him. A win for him is a win for the
Your
team.
teammate had a great race today.
He deserves it. George is
Your
flying.
teammate beat you today. Was it a setup issue or something else?
Just George drove
Great.
better than me,
Well,
is what I'll
that's
say. I asked if I'd finish in the points or not, and the answer is yes. Somehow we've managed to do that. Don't really know how, but we have managed to finish in the points and get another £1 million for the team. It wasn't your setup, Tomasi. Don't worry, mate. Thank you for the follow, Thunderbird, Michali,
income is looking very
and
robust
Bogdan.
right now.
Welcome
It's
to the
time for
channel,
you to
lads.
have a think about our profit margin and what areas of the operation might benefit from that money.
Let's do that. Actually, do I want that? I want to remove that. Let's do that and that and that. Alright, is there anything? Can we finish off the powertrain yet? Oh, the powertrain is finished. Everything's upgraded, literally. So all resource points I get now can just be spent on reliability stuff. So I literally have no other need for resource points now whatsoever. Tender Steak, thank you for the 15th month, mate, on a 12-month streak. Appreciate the support, man. Thank you for this, the dedication to the.
Could you take a look at this for us, please?
No.
The department
Thank you for the
wants to pass on
dedication
our
to
thanks
the
for helping
content
out.
on FM and F1, mate. I appreciate it very much indeed. Provided it's dry in Azerbaijan, I cannot
I know
wait
we're
for
expecting
tomorrow's
some new
stream.
developments to come through,
But it has
but
to be
some
dry
of them
in.
control.
It has to
We
be
need to tell
dry
the team
for
what
me
to
to
be
be
developed
looking forward
via
to.
the
Oh, great, the
R&D
exhaust
stream.
failed. Of course, the exhaust failed. 900 points. I now don't have enough points to. Oh, I tell you what, it just goes from bad to worse, doesn't it? How many resource points do we get there? Can I get some from this?
We need you to
I'll take the
step in,
minus.
not an
I'll
easy
take the minus
decision,
$1,000
but you
team
handled it
acclaim.
well.
We'll keep George performing at his absolute best. And I don't quite have enough points now redo the exhaust, but we will do after practice in Baku. Let's just, for peace of mind, see what the weather is going to do in Baku for tomorrow's stream, which won't take this long. Oh, this has basically gone on about an hour longer than it needed to. Dry race! A dry race! Wet quali or damp quali? Yeah, wet quali to a drying quali and a dry race. Right. Tomorrow, I want a podium. I want a podium. Thanks for the follow, Hig. I want a podium. I'm going to get a podium. If I don't get a podium, I'll give 10 subs to the channel. There you go. I said it. That's all for me for today, for both stream and video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Check the YouTube channel, main YouTube channel, for any of the brand new FIFA 22 career mode stuff that you've missed with the Creator Club. And, of course, check the YouTube channel for anything you may have missed with this series too. But as the camera goes out of sync right at the end as well, I think that rather aptly sums up everything that's happened in this stream. Bye!